Hi, my name is Janis, I love Edison Format, and I'm back with my probably strongest homebrew so far. I called this deck Golden Gears because, yeah, Captain Gold is the main idea to get quick access to another field spell to pop Gear Towns, then Future Fusion, the other big synergy, Miracle Fusion as well. Yeah, Future Fusion, Sending Machina Fortress. I made some changes to the deck. We are on 43 cards now. You probably could cut this down a bit, but you might not even have to because we have so much deck thinning going on, so much searching. But still, the lower the number, the better. So maybe you want to cut something, but then sometimes I find it hard to cite and stuff because a lot of cards are engine cards. So yeah, if you want to put something out, it's either a Force, one Gajillion Dragon, one Fortress, maybe the Hero Blast, maybe one of these, maybe both of these, maybe the Gemini Lancer, and I think that's it. I think the rest is pretty much necessary for the deck to function, so yeah, those are your options if you want to experiment with this around, but without further ado, let's hop into the replays, because I'm here to show you replays. Can we please... maybe we have to do it like that. Let's go. Okay, first replay. Let's... okay, make this a bit more quiet so you don't hear this double. Okay, our opponent started. We open up with Decree and 2 gear frames. 2 gear frames always nice because you can get 2 fortresses, pitch one for the other. But it's a bit slow. Decree can protect our fortresses, and we also do a fortress. So now this is really good. I'm not 100. The idea here is probably that I want to set a Decree first, so the fortress hitting the field is safe. What did they had? A bottomless. So yeah, that checks out. And they bottomless the Neos Elis here, which I'm cool with, I guess. So I set the Decree and wait, if that's a Ryko, we get punished. But it isn't. It is a Gravekeeper Spy, spoiler alert. They attack us with the Ocean, set another trap. And yeah, so 3rd gear frame. So one can get a fortress, the other 2 can get forces to revive the fortresses. So yeah, the Machina, the engine of the deck, it's in full force. So we get a fortress, pitch one to special the other, and yeah, attack. And now, yeah, that's pretty nice. Okay, they discard a Solemn, which I don't know about that one. And yeah, we just decree them, basically going +1, +2, +2 in the exchange. I mean, we keep the Decree. So yeah, we get over that. That special summons another one. Then we do this, and even if they have Gravekeepers, I think Descendant was the name. Yeah, I mean, they can pop the Decree if they want, but the Fortress they can't even pop. So yeah, they have to pop the gear frame, and that's kinda not that good for them. Okay, our opponent, they are doing a lot of misclicks, as you can see. And here, okay, yeah, they hit us with a Mistworm, and I don't know if I agree with that. Like, probably just going for Catester would probably really be more annoying. I don't know what's the idea between bouncing all of this is. I mean, yes, the gear frame. Did they choose the gear frame to bounce as well? I don't know. I probably didn't pay enough attention, and then yeah, if they did, then that's a mistake, but I think they just targeted these 2, so this one goes to Grave. Yeah, that's just what we assume they did. Okay, we draw a Skyscraper, not ideal. You usually want to get this with gold. And here they waste another bottomless, but they probably know that the Decree is coming back, so I don't know. I let them know in chat that, yeah, that is what's going on. Sorry, I gotta move this here. because I don't, wanna, the chat, I don't know, wanna keep a certain privacy also for my opponents. Okay, let's see what we did. Yes, we just summoned the fortress, crash. I mean, crashing, yeah. The downside is that they don't have a card to pop with, that we can pop with the fortress. But yeah, I don't want to take another 2500, and yeah, I don't want to give them the option to crash themselves and decide whether they want to crash or not, so I just went ahead and did it. Now we get another fortress back, hit over what could be another spy, that's why we're attacking with the fortress. Also, we don't know if they're on hamster. Hit him for 1800 with the gear frame. And yeah, our opponent, they scoop at this point. Too much advantage. Let's see what then, what the next game will bring. Game 2. So both of us decided. I brought in Proof of Powerlessness for, how's it called? For Cyber Dragons. And here they show us the hero part of their engine a bit more. We draw a skill drain, which is really good against these spies, against Diva. So skill drain, pretty good card that we can. Oh, that's really unfortunate for them. Just like last game, a lot of misclicks from our opponent. Snipe the Future Fusion, which is okay, I guess. We already have Fortress access. Beside that, our hand is pretty bricked. So let's see if we can unbrick this. Like opening double Skyscraper, like that's the nightmare, because now we can't even use the if now we draw the Captain Gold, we don't even have targets left. So yeah, he is a normal 2100 normal summon under Skyscraper, but that's not really what you want to see. Also opponent, they have the bottomless. I was a bit hoping, I think maybe I even sided out one decree, thinking that after they saw the decree they might go lighter on traps. But yeah, I think this game we just get washed. It's pretty rare for this deck to break this up, but it can happen. Like, yeah, we're playing field spells that are not gear town. Yeah, here we draw a force. Would be really good if the fortress wasn't banished but destroyed, but what can we do? So yeah, we get washed game 2, but we pretty much washed in game 1, so let's see what game 3 will bring. It's our turn to go first again, so yeah, let's do that. And here you see all the searching power, and we got a Spark always live kinda, because yeah, we have 3 calls, 1 Rota, 1 Stratus, 3 alias, so 8 ways to get to an alias. Also at this point we were on 2 Hero Blasts, so later in the game like 10 cards to make the Spark live, I believe. Yeah, and we also have the Gemini Lancer, so that's 11 ways, 9 ways immediately to once you get alias engrave. So let's see, we e-call, and we Stratus. So I usually do this all in once. And then I put this engrave for the Stratus, get the alias for the other e-call, then we get the gold from the Stratus, we pitch the gold and get a Skyscraper, and now we can finally shuffle our deck. And as you see, even though we started with 42 cards, we are already like 3 cards deep in our deck. Like if we would have started with 40 cards, we would be at, no, not 3 cards, 2 cards. So yeah, immediately made all this, those 2 extra spots away. So now they mind control for Plague, and they make a Brioneck. I don't know. And yeah, I mean, they pitch a Malicious, which is good. So yeah, probably that was their plan, because now they could also make a level 8, but I don't know. They set a trap themselves, and our hand it is okay. Like, we need Fortress access, but we have a Spark and Alias. We have one Terraforming Skyscraper, so we probably go for the Terraforming. Set Gear Town, set Skyscraper, gets the third Gigajillion Dragon from deck. We don't want to draw this as well. We draw a Fortress, we have 2 ways to summon it. And yeah, now, I'm not sure. Do I attack with the Alias? I probably do for the extra damage. If they have Mirror Force, like, sometimes it's better to just attack with the Ancient Gigajillion Dragon, in case they have Mirror Force. But here having a Spark kinda makes things a bit easier. So if they have Mirror Force, we can still Spark them and get rid of their Brianek and draw one. So yeah, I think it's still okay. That would trade, like, we would lose 3 cards, draw one, so we go -2 and they go -2. So that's in +-2 in a state where we had an advantage. So I would make that trade, and also at that point they wouldn't have Mirror Force no more, so we wouldn't have to worry about that one. So that's why I'm not respecting the Mirror Force right now. And I just realized that, yeah, even Gigajillion Dragon, we are under skill drain. So what am I talking about? Even Gigajillion Dragon wouldn't have saved us from the Mirror Force. So now they call, I don't know about that one. Yeah. Let's see, the Crow here. Yeah, just to get to that, but going to that under skill drain, like, yeah, okay, and Diva, like, let me think. They could have made, like, with Diva and Brianek, they could have made a level 8. They could have also, like, Malicious and Plague. Yeah, I don't know. I would think that you would hope to destroy the skill drain before you go for Dark Armed, or at least do some plays so that the Dark Arm is the biggest guy on the field. Now they do it. Like, now they go for the Malicious Diva and go for a level 8. A Colossal works under skill drain, but it's not even, or is it? Wait, 1 warrior, 2 warriors. Okay, yeah, this would crash with Ancient Gear and then come back, so that's pretty smart. But honestly, I probably would have tried this one first to see if this goes through, because now we can just Spark them, get rid of this, and now the Ancient Gigajillion Dragon is back, the biggest monster on the field. We finally get our Fortress access with Future Fusion, and yeah, we will completely wash them, let's be honest. Here I get an Ocean in case we draw a Miracle Fusion, then we can also make Absolute Zero. Future Fusion, we reveal Gaia to send Fortress, get a Fortress, and now we can just hit over their monsters, and even, yeah, we even have Skyscrapers, so yeah, we can even hit them for more damage. Yeah, so they drew a Stratus, which didn't even do anything under skill drain. I mean, the Stratus could hit over the Fortress because we had the Skyscraper out, but yeah, then it would pop in itself, so it doesn't really matter. Okay, next replay. I have them all saved in his Excel, but will they open from their own? Yes, they will. This time I don't have to copy paste it. So let's do this again. Okay, I think here we are against Vayu Turbo. And I would say, like, Vayu Turbo is a tricky matchup. Like, we have a lot of tech for them, like, especially the skill drain and the side, and then they get out their 2,300, 2,500 guys. We get out our even bigger guys. So yeah, there's something, but the fact that they have their big pushes in the late, which, yeah, we have 2 Miracle Fusions, which are our bombs, but their bombs, I don't know, sometimes feels a bit better with, how's it called, with Burial from a different dimension, Return from a different different dimension, Dark Hunt Dragon, like, yeah, they have stuff. So I think this matchup is, I don't know. I think it's an average matchup. Not too hard, but not an easy one either. So yeah, this starting hand is pretty good. We have E-Call to get to Stratus, to get to either Captain Gold or Alias, which we can then use for Gemini Spark and then later for Hero Blast. We have Gear Frame to get to a Force, and then with Future Fusion we send Fortress to the graveyard. So yeah, let's see what we go for first. We start on the Future Fusion, which they let go through. They could have Icarus attacked it. If we were on Dragons, that would probably be worth it for them. So yeah, I think it is okay to not use the Icarus attack. And here we, search the Force, immediately pitch it, get the Fortress, and here the Icarus attack. And I would have waited whether I want to equip the Machina Gear Frame, because if we use the equip effect and then they destroy these two, then Gear Frame will also get destroyed. So yeah, maybe I would have done that before the battle phase to play around Mirror Force. Probably not, because I wanted to attack with Gear Frame over Grapha, and if they have Deep Prison, I lose both cards anyway, so yeah. Yeah, here we just set the Hero Blast, and I don't know why we do this. Yeah, honestly, not quite sure why we set here. Maybe to just freak them out. Could have held onto that until we had an Alias in Grave. Or did we send it? Yeah, we sent an Alias. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Because we had the Ocean in hand as well. Okay. Ignore what I said about not setting the Hero Blast. That makes total sense. So they go for their Bioblast, but they don't attack. Feeling maybe in Mirror Force. So yeah, even the psyching them out aspect was working out. Here we go. Have a terraforming with E-Call, Stratus, Golden, Captain Gold, Skyscraper. This one gets Gear Town. We have access to a big guy. I think we go for it. So yeah, let's get a Skyscraper. Get a Gear Town. Now we set the Gear Town, set the Skyscraper, get the Gear Gajillion Dragon. So yeah, that's the big strengths of this deck. Like whenever you have a Terraforming or a Gear Town, you usually have ways to get to Captain Gold, get to Skyscraper. And now we can even hit over this with Stratus. Yeah. Maybe, I don't know if I want to play around Mirror Force here. Okay, they chain this and okay, so yeah. Here, as I said, Icarus attack when you chain it to the equip effect. Yeah, that's working out for you, but we can still do this. We could have also used Hero Blast here. Maybe we should have, but I think my idea is we want to use the Hero Blasts when they go for a Plague play. Okay, here we just attack again. They Mirror Force, which is okay. I don't know, maybe I should have summoned Ocean here. Because I haven't knowledge this turn, yeah, right? Yeah. Ocean would have been better this turn. Because then we would have gotten Stratus back this turn, and then we could have searched again, or if they set a back row, we could have popped that. So yeah, we go for the Ocean here, and unfortunately they have the one big solution that's not affected by Hero Blast, so they can just hit over. No second Stratus effect for us. We get an E-Call. At this point we have 2 Gemini Sparks in hand, so yeah, we can just go for this one. And yeah, here I'll... What do they have? They have a Deep Prison. Yeah, I don't use the spark right away because I want to bait them to do something. Maybe, I don't know, go for a heavy storm, go for an MST or anything like that. Maybe I can go plus of it. I can't, so we just spark. Get rid of the Shiroko. Shiroko? How do you pronounce it? Yeah, we draw another Gear Town and another Alias, which is just perfect. But we have Blast as well, but now we don't even have to use it to add something. They deprison, we don't let that happen. And we get rid of that Torrential, which is pretty good. Draw a Gear Frame, which will... Yeah, and I just realized I had a Fortress Engrave all the time. But I mean, it's holding on to it. It's kind of okay, because if they're just bottomless or torrential, yeah. But I think I forgot about it even when their back row was empty. But yeah, now we set a fortress into play. Here's one of their big bombs. Okay. They're only putting back 2 here, if I remember correctly. The idea was because they've returned from the different dimension which they want to use. So yeah. Now they make a bigger one. Yeah, then they hit over this. Gets popped though, because of the fortress effect. Now they get another one. Yeah, an armed wing, and they set the return. We draw one of our late game bombs as well, and we also have this one. And I think... Okay, I don't have to fear Mirror Force and Torrential, so I think I can just go all out here. And I'll do I? No, I saved the Miracle Fusion. Okay, kind of makes sense. I saved the Miracle Fusion for when they don't. I don't know. Dark Armed is kind of not live anymore. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I should have just used all the resources. We even have an Ocean Engrave, so yeah. But I feel kind of confident with this backed up, and then we have a Hero Blast. And let's see what they do here. Okay, they do this, and okay, now, okay, what did they put back? We don't know. Too late to know. Now we can use the Hero Blast that I held on all this time for the Plague Spreader. And okay, can they run us over with this? Okay, at this point, yeah, they make a Black Rose, because that will get rid of both. I wasn't quite sure if it's shedding a bit, because I think I played Battle Simulator where the gear frame would protect the fortress, but it wasn't really 100% Edison rule, so we had a look at that, and turns out if both cards get destroyed at the same time, then the protection effect of the gear frame doesn't apply no more. So yeah, now they can use their values to attack us, and here make a little mistake next turn, but we won't get punished, because let's see, I go for Miracle Fusion and I don't crush. I should have crushed, because if they have Brain Con, that would be annoying. Yeah, like if they have Brain Con next turn, they can just kill us. Also, both forces are already out, so yeah, this gear frame isn't that good anymore, so yeah. I don't know, I should have just crashed. Do they have any values left? They can't go for Plague next turn, because for that they would need 2 cards. Yeah, I'd say crashing was the better play, but they don't draw BrainCon, they crash themselves and set just a Legacy, so yeah. They are not on Ryko Hamster stuff, but on Upstarts and Legacy and stuff like that, which I respect. And yeah, but at that point we completely overwhelmed them and that's GG. Game 2. Okay. I'm tired of clicking. Okay, I sided in Ancient Gear Beast because I did not really realize at that point that they were not on Hamster and stuff. So yeah, let's go a bit faster. They go for their Grapha play, get an armed wing. We just hit over something, set is Spark, but they are faster with Icarus attack. I could have and I should have set Skill Drain, like that would have helped a lot because then they wouldn't have been able to use the Armageddon effect. So yeah, I don't know, not setting Skill Drain, big mistake. And we get washed, Off to game 3 we go. Can we pull it back? We open with, yeah, a Fortress, which we summon now because I don't want to summon it when they have Bottomless. Or we go for the Reinforcements, we go for the Stratos. At this point we already have a Skyscraper, so I'm not going for Captain Gold. I'm going for Alias, hoping to draw a Spark down the line. Yeah, here they draw and draw and draw. Banish a Necro Gardener. I don't know about that one. Get rid of our Skill Drain. That's annoying. Skill Drain really good against Bioturbo. Maybe not as good against Dabble because they're not on the Hamster Ryko stuff, and I haven't even seen Caius. So yeah, Skill Drain. Maybe another card that I wouldn't have needed to side here if I had realized that they are not on their usual Bioturbo stuff. Here I go for another Alias, risking... Wait. That's pretty risky, is it? I mean, yeah, we could also summon, like if they Torrential here, we have access to 2 Gajillion Dragons, putting them really low. So I think that's my idea. Okay, they're thinking, what are they thinking? Yeah, the Dimensional Prison, I believe, yes. I'm not attacking with Fortress. Yeah, because Fortress, if you don't run into a Dimensional Prison, it's always a pain in the ass for your opponent to deal with. Because they probably have to run it over. And at that point, they will lose their monster anyway, so they have to spend resources to make something big to run it over. And yeah, I mean, they can Icarus attack us. That's the other tech that they are on, which Vayu is usually not on. Okay, what do we draw here? Here we draw another Alias. And I'll just attack because I'm fearing... Yeah, and now they have Icarus attack. I was fearing, like, maybe now they are on Torrential and Mirror Force and don't want to lose too much. Here to get rid of both of our cards. I'm at 9k. And they don't have too much setup. I don't know if I set the Ocean here. Yeah, I do. And they bottomless it, which is kind of weird. I mean, makes sense if you know their hand. Then they really don't want to get us to another Stratos. Okay, they upstart, draw another Vayu, so they're not really going now. I think if I had played this a bit more aggressive, I could have won this game by now. And yeah, they have another Icarus, that's annoying. Let's see. Also, they banished our Ocean. That's also annoying. So yeah, now the Icarus attack us again. Yeah. If I had summoned the Alias here and then Miracle Fusion, I could have closed it again. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't have played so afraid around Torrential or Mirror Force. Yeah, now they attack. I think now we lose control of the game. Return, yeah, return is scary, but they aren't really set up yet. Okay, yeah, now we send Lancer and Gold because... Why do we send Gold? Because mainly our Geartown stuff is gone anyway, I believe. Now we Miracle Fusion, make an absolute 0. And again, like, Neos Alias would have won us the game, so yeah, we could have won. I'm playing really, really conservative. And here they hit us with a Dark Arm. So now things start to get scary. Because now they can just pop our field. This is also a Skyscraper, so if they pop this, they pop their own Card Trooper, which I don't know if I agree with that one. Draw a Rotor, draw an Armageddon Knight. Okay, that's spooky. Hit over the absolute 0. And okay, now we got Spark and Alias. We attack here, they have Return, which they have to use, and now they wall up for this turn. I don't attack anything because I want all these cards banished. We have a Spark. What do they have? Armageddon Shiroko. It's all annoying, all annoying. We Spark here, draw another Spark, which is not good. As they make an armed swing. Now we draw a Decree, so our draw luck, we are out of draw luck. I think they will just attack us here. Yes, makes sense. Set the Armageddon Knight. I don't know about that one. Then we draw a Terraforming. And here we're a bit out of steam. So I get Gear Town out of the deck so that we don't draw it. But yeah, now they do this. And today, I think they kill us here, right? Yeah, so we had all the steam in the world to kill them earlier. We didn't do it. We waited too long and now they just closed the game out. We should have won this, but we didn't. So yeah. Deck is not perfect, but I think this was more of a player error than a deck error. So let's go through the last 2 replays a bit faster. First off, we are... I don't even know what we are against. Let's go for fast forward and pause when necessary. Okay, we open up the Decree Gear Frame, get a Fortress, attack, run into a Snowman Eater, so that's really annoying. Then they also use Water Art on us, get rid of our Decree, which makes sense with all their back row. Okay, maybe we should have a look at this. At this point, yeah, they skill drain on our Gear Frame, so this one, I'll shuffle it back for now. Because now we have to play this out. I Space Typhoon this. Maybe I shouldn't, because we can kind of play under skill drain, but having a second Fortress and then sticking it to the board would be nice. But then again, we could also just go for another Gear Town here and get a Gear Gajillion Dragon. I don't know. Here the Magic Drain. Yeah, really interesting card, but the problem with Magic Drains, if we can just drop one of these. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that was the right course of action. Maybe we should have just not gotten the Fortress. We got it though, so now we attack. And it's a Dimensional Deep Prison, so we get super punished. So yeah, we kind of lose out pretty hard on this exchange. Yeah. Okay, but now we get to a Gear Town. Let's fast forward again. We get an Ancient Gear Gajillion Dragon. Yeah, I could have summoned this one as well and then attack with this, but no need to overextend into Mirrorforce or Torrential here. I don't summon Ocean here, which I probably should have. And now they are... Let's go for fast forward again. Yeah, we just surrender here. Don't want to show them any more of the deck. Let's go to game 2. We draw another Decree, which is pretty nice. So yeah, get our Skyscraper, thin the deck a bit, and they set for back row, and we immediately Decree this because with this much back row, I was afraid something shaneable like a Dust Tornado or, I don't know, Raigeki Break or even a Solemn. And that would have worked out if, like, they use Royal Oppression, we Decree, and then they Solemn, then yeah. So now we completely lock them with all their traps. Good thing they didn't have a mystical Space Typhoon. Let's go fast forward here. And we get another Alias. That's another Snowman Eater, which is annoying. And why don't they target the Decree? I don't... because this one only can... Yeah, it's not a Ryko. It's a Snowman Eater. I can only target monsters. My bad. So now we just hit them fast and... yeah, they left. So that's kind of a draw. They didn't... weren't playing out game 3 with us. But I don't know. I felt like we had a good shot at winning in game 3. So, last duel I want to show you, and this one is against Lightsworn. So, yeah, we go for like double search stuff, get an Alias, get a gold, get a Skyscraper. Now we will, and that's a pretty good mill for them, like 2 names. So, yeah, with Solar Recharge, they're on 4 names immediately. They have a Plague Spreader. Now they also have Aukus, which protects them from Hero Blast. If they have Honest, that's really annoying. Yeah, let's see. They milled at least one Honest. Let's go over this way again. Here they bottomless us. And I decided to just risk it. I don't want to mill them anymore. They have honest, but they don't. So yeah. Not selling Hero Blast because no Alias is in graveyard. They just get a Wolf, and now they Celestia, and they make a mistake because they target both. And yeah, if that was... I mean, maybe it's not a mistake because obviously it wasn't a mistake in this case, but if this has been another Gear Town, yeah, then we would have gotten another Gear Gajillion Dragon. So here we get the Fortress by pitching the Force. Even if they have Honest now, the Fortress would have popped the Celestia anyway, so we get our damage no matter what. Here they think, did they have... No, they didn't have anything. So now we just equip the Fortress. If they have JD, at least they have to use the effect twice. They get a Ryko, which I don't know if I agree with that one. Lila popped the Ear Spray. And okay, yeah, set 2, yeah, makes sense. Now they make a Gojo Guardian. Yeah, having a live Hero Blast would have helped a bit. Okay, now this always is interesting. Like, this is a gamble. Because they will get our Fortress, but the Fortress will pop the Gojo Guardian. Here, yeah. This one, I wanted to summon the Fortress myself, but then it was gone and I clicked Summon to Defense. I got the Gear Frame, so yeah, it just goes back to Grave, and this goes back to Grave because it was popped by Fortress. And now I have to pray that my attack goes through. And it does go through, so we can even use the effect, pop one of their back rows, which fortunately is not chainable, so yeah, their gambit, it didn't really work out. And here we go for the Gear Town, and Gear Town Heavy Storm is such a good play, yeah, because not only can you get rid of their back row, but you only summon after their back row is gone, so you pop your own Gear Town with it as well. So this is just upside, and then we go for another Fortress. And I attack with this one first, so they can't really pop it, because this is our biggest monster. Now they also got a Necro Gunner, which they should save, which they do. So they're hanging on. a bottomless, which isn't doing really anything. I believe at this point I'm not risking a Mirror Force, so I will only attack with this one. Now they have to use their Necro Gardener. Okay, no, I'm risking Mirror Force because no, it's not. I don't know. Okay, we had a Miracle Fusion, so that's probably why. So next turn, I think the most damage they could have done was 3000 with Judgment Dragon, and then we could have just clapped back with a Miracle Fusion. Also, for smaller monsters, we could have set a Hero Blast as well, so yeah. Now they're really low, and they surrender. So game 2 it is. Against Lightsworns, they usually bring in the skill drains, side out a bit of back row hate, but I fell flat on my nose with that one before as well when they brought in Royal Oppression and I didn't have Space Typhoon, or I think I still had a heavy, but that was about it. Maybe I even sided out heavy. Now the trap does shoot us. Get rid of the gear frame, which makes sense. That would have made the fortress live. Yeah, really annoying. And this one gets bottomless as well, so yeah. Not even Hero Blast, Soul Release this early into the game. Like, yeah, they already have a lot of names, so Soul Release is not bad, but it does not help out with our position here. So yeah, and now, yeah, they totally wash us. They just go for it. I didn't went for Soul Release because they were not on 4 names yet, and I want to hit over something to... sorry, I'm a bit tired. To get the most out of my Soul Release. Maybe I should have used it right away, and yeah, they totally wash us. Have even a Call of the Hunter to just... yeah, to just end the game in 1 turn. 1 turn kill us, OTK. So, let's see. This hand is Turbo Fortress. So we go Gifrain, get the second fortress to summon 1. I think I equip it. Maybe I shouldn't have because of Lila, but yeah, they have Lila. Proof of Powerlessness will protect us against Cyber Dragon. It will also help us with, because they sometimes go wide. So we can do this. I think I'll Abbey Storm here, yeah. Hit it Mirror Force, which is pretty nice. So yeah, now we get even to the next fortress, because this way, if they don't have Gauze or Track, which they don't, yeah, they're almost out of Judgment Dragon range. But if they have Judgment, yeah, and also if they have Judgment Dragon, their graveyard isn't set up at all, so we just won them over. And let's see what they had. Yeah, double Christia, Luna, and Herald. Okay. Herald they just drew. Herald is kind of good against Gearframe. So yeah, this deck, it has pretty much big sack potential itself too. Like, we have a lot of special summons. And sometimes we just tube out a board like that. Yeah, now that I think about it, how's it called? Limit reversal? Limit reverse? Yeah, you know the card. Quick play spell card that doubles the attack of all machine monsters. We probably maybe we should fit this in as well. Yeah, but as I said, finding space in this deck is pretty tough. Like, we have 3 engines, we have Machina, we have Ancient Gear, we have hero stuff. So yeah, but the card is so good, it probably should be in there somewhere. As I said, the deck is not optimized yet. Go play it yourself. I think this deck is pretty good, and have fun with it. And I don't know, I would love to see more of this, because oftentimes when I play opponents, I get positive resonance. People telling me, yeah, that's a cool deck, and I'm like, yeah, I'm showcasing it soon on my YouTube channel. So yeah, hope you have fun with this deck. And then for the next video, I have something special, because a friend of mine who used to, like, a lot of people used to collect. Wait, I had to open the recorder so I see what I'm showing you. They used to collect, that's a green box, so yeah, green screen is erasing that. That's a big box that I'm holding here, full of Yu-Gi-Oh cards. And I will look at them and see if we find any treasures. Yeah, so I said to them I will have a look. Maybe they have some cards that are worth something. So if you're interested in getting through these treasure boxes, you see if we'll find anything. Check out my next video because that's what we are going to do. So hope you had fun with this one and see you in the next one, I hope. Leave a like, helps with the algorithm. Bye.